Hello everybody, what's up? How's everybody doing? I'm normally a Sims 4 builder and Let's Play YouTuber, but today we're doing something a bit different. I wanted to put together a tutorial for the new Simmers out there, and the Simmers who maybe aren't new but feel uneasy or unsure about how to download CC and mods. So in this video, I'll cover some ideas for where and how to find CC and mods, how to enable mods and CC in your game, how to install mods and CC into your game, organizing your mod folder, how to extract RAR files, batch fixing with Sims 4 Studio, identifying broken CC, and various tips and tricks and bullshit like that. Hi, I'm Julie, and I like to cuss, and I don't bleep it out if it's after the first 30 seconds. But don't worry, I think there's only 1 or 2 cuss words in this video, and none of them are the F-bomb. Y'all are special. Tutorials will likely be my only videos ever without F-bombs. But now, on to the tutorial. If you have a PC, you are able to have mods in CC. CC meaning custom content. I know when I was first diving into the world of mods, the process of finding and downloading CC was intimidating and overwhelming, and I had no idea what I was doing. I'm not very tech savvy, and everything that I found about how to do it always said it's simple, and they would go on to explain in writing how to do it. The problem is that some of us are not as able to learn via reading as we are via watching something. Some of us also can learn some things by reading, but not others. That's the type of learner that I am. I am able to learn some things by reading, other things I need to see it and I need to do it on my own. So I wanted to make a video showing you the process of how to find and download and install CC and mods, because I know when I was figuring it out on my own, I made a bunch of mistakes. So first off, where to find CC and mods. So the first place that I stumbled into to download custom content, and there are some mods on here as well, is the Sims resource. This site is free, but I have to place some warning messages about this site and let you know what to expect. There are a ton of ads, and if you have an ad blocker on, they'll make you wait 80 or 90 seconds to download each piece of CC and give you a really snarky message to read while you wait. I gave my ad blocker an exclusion for the site, but it still often acted like I was using an ad blocker despite me still getting tons of ads, and therefore it would still make me wait 80 to 90 seconds to download. So I got tired of that. I let myself sign up for a subscription so I wouldn't have to deal with ads anymore. They were having a special because it was the holiday season, so I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna treat myself. I use this site a lot. About 5 months into my year-long subscription, I learned that a lot of Simmers were having problems with canceling their subscription and would still get charged, even with reaching out to the support team. I moved away from the site as I got into Tumblr and decided to cancel my subscription about 4 months early. My membership said canceled, it said I had no active subscriptions, and yet I recently got an email that they are planning to charge me for the renewal. I posted about it on Twitter, and so many Simmers commented and said not only that they had similar stories, but some were indeed charged and had been waiting months for refunds for the charges. If you do sign up for a subscription, I recommend doing it via PayPal, so if you cancel at some point, you can revoke their access to your card through PayPal. Some banks also allow you to generate dummy card numbers to use for such instances like this, so they don't have access to your card number and you can just cancel the dummy card without having to get a new card. I also want to point out that the Sims resource is not part of the Sims franchise, nor is it affiliated with the brand. It's a third-party company platform that hosts mods and CC content creators make for the game. So I wanted to just let y'all know what to expect as far as ads on this site and a warning about signing up for a subscription, which is why I so highly recommend Tumblr CC Vines blogs and watching CC Haul YouTube videos. There are a lot of Sims YouTubers who make CC Haul videos, and most, if not all, share the links to their finds in the description, or a link to their Patreon or blog or whatever where they have all the links listed. All you have to do is search Sims 4 CC Haul, and boom, tons of videos from Simmers, and more are uploaded all the time. Another website is modthesims.info. I have found, oh my god, okay, yeah, this has ads as well, look at that. I have found that there are things on this website that I have not been able to find on the Sims resource. Same with the Sims resource that sometimes has things that I can't find on this website. I personally no longer use either of these websites. I just moved over to Tumblr and I find pretty much everything there, unless there are some creators who only upload to the Sims resource. I will often find their stuff on Tumblr and then it'll take me to the Sims resource and I'll download it from there. I'm not as keen on this website. I just didn't use it as much. This site is also free. You don't need an account to download, but only members can thank add favorites, follow creators, or keep history of your downloads. My personal favorite is Tumblr. There are blogs on Tumblr that are specifically for CC finds. So finding those, following those, and going through what they've reblogged can really help you find a lot of stuff. Sims 4 CC Find blogs are all over Tumblr. You'll usually find them if you do use the search field to find some kind of CC. There are also different kinds of custom content. There's Maxis Match and there's Alpha. It depends on what you prefer. It is your own personal choice. I prefer Maxis Match, but I do have some Alpha stuff. Sometimes it can be hard for me personally to tell the difference between Maxis Match and Alpha. A lot of simmers are Maxis Mix, which is some Maxis Match, some Alpha. Sometimes they prefer Alpha hair, but they prefer Maxis Match clothes, things like that. Hair is easy for me to tell the difference, but clothing, not so much. This is a Maxis Match CC Finds blog. What you can do is go to navigation, and then you have all of this. So you can search by accessories, genetics, hair, lookbooks, makeup, tattoos, townies, wardrobe, cast sets. You can filter by lots and worlds and save files. It has a lot. There's also public TS4 CC finds. They reblog things that are not paywalled. And over here they have all their little navigation areas. Feminine alpha skins, feminine Maxis Match skins, masculine alpha skins, masculine Maxis Match skins. That was hard to say. If you're a storyteller and you're looking for poses, I highly recommend the TS4 Poses Tumblr page. They have the master list. Okay, the master list is not loading for some reason. I even reloaded and it's still not giving me anything unless I'm not scrolling down far enough. Nope. Okay, so the master list is not working today. It has worked before, I swear. You can filter by all different kinds of poses if you're looking for hugging poses, if you're looking for kissing poses, if you're looking for maternity poses, more trigger warning poses like fighting and death and things like that. It is a great blog and the master list is amazing. I wish I could show you. Also, at some point there is going to be Overwolf. The official mod hub for Sims 4 is coming soon. I don't know when. Also, I highly recommend just the search function with Google or Bing or whatever, specifically for mods, because if you're looking for a mod to do a specific thing, oftentimes typing it into a search engine will bring you to somebody's blog somewhere where they list a bunch of different mods for this very thing. So like, see, photo mod, Sims 4, 10 essential The Sims 4 mods for taking in-game photos. So then it brings you to this blog, this website, whatever. Andrew's Pose Player, you need this in order to do poses in the game. And then of course there's the link. Teleport Any Sim, you also need that for poses in the game, and it gives you the link. Why did you take me back to the top? I don't care that you have ads to load. MC Command Center. God, I so highly recommend this mod. It can do so freaking much. I love this mod. I literally cannot play this game without this mod. I forbid. So yeah, I highly recommend just searching for whatever kind of mod you're looking for. Also, when you find a mod that you really like, while custom content goes in your mods folder, I don't consider those mods. I call that CC. So mods, what I consider mods, are things that affect gameplay. When you find one that you love, I highly recommend bookmarking where you downloaded it from. That way you can revisit it when there's an update, because a lot of them have to be updated when the game updates so that they're compatible with the new version of the game. A lot of them are constantly being worked on and improved, brought new features. So in order to have the latest and correct version of the mod, you're gonna want to be able to easily go back to where you downloaded it from to get the new version. So I highly recommend bookmarking where you downloaded the mod from. Just a warning though, a lot of custom content creators do note the poly count for their custom content. Just know that you don't want things that are over 10k poly for your game, because it can quite literally destroy your computer. Be careful of that. A lot of CC creators do write in the description for their custom content somewhere. Some quick tips about mods in CC. EA allows an early access period for content creators where they can briefly have their creations behind a paywall, whether that's Patreon, Boosty, etc. But then it has to be released to the public for free. However, not all content creators abide by this. If you do find CC that you love that is locked forever behind a paywall, some creators do that, there are places you can possibly find find the CC. I'm just not sure on the safety of these sites, so I'm not going to mention them, but as you navigate into the Sims community, you'll likely come across people who know more about the sites than I do. You do not have to drop money on custom content if you don't want to or can't. There's thousands of mods and CC available for free. Just a quick warning though, if you do join a creator's Patreon, you shouldn't ever have to beg them for the links. They should not be sending you links for their CC via private message. It should be on their page, or a link to the file share should be on their page for patrons and supporters to download on their own time, as long as it's unlocked for the tier you're a patron of. Some creators unlock things in stages, so their highest tier gets it first, next tier gets it maybe a week later, etc. So please be careful. If the creator doesn't post the links for patrons and you have to ask them for it, it is best to leave. It is a major red flag, and your personal information could be at risk. Also, a quick note about where to find custom content and mods. If you find custom content that you like that is on, I think it's Sims Finds now, or Simsdom, I really recommend avoiding that. If you can find another place to find it, or just live without that particular piece of custom content, I highly recommend avoiding that website. They use AdFly. AdFly can be tricky to navigate. It's a problematic website for so many reasons, and I so highly recommend avoiding it. AdFly isn't just tricky to navigate, it can be dangerous. It can download, I'm not sure exactly what, if it's just viruses or if it's malware or what. So it is a problematic website. I highly recommend staying away from it. So once you have found some custom content or mods that you want to have in your game, first thing you want to do is enable mods and CC in your game. So once you're in the game, in order to enable mods and CC, you want to go down here to options, you want to go to game options, you want to go down here to other, and then you want to checkmark enable custom content and mods and checkmark script mods allowed. You want to do this the first time in order to use it, but you're also going to have to redo that after a lot of updates. Not every update will disable these again, but some of them do, and the game will tell you when you first open it that it has disabled them. So then you'll have to go in and enable both of these again. And then you want to click apply changes. Then you have to restart your game. So after you click apply changes, then you want to exit out, and then you want to exit game. Be forewarned that after game updates, some mods and CC can be incompatible, and enabling them in your game again without waiting for mod updates can be risky. You could have user interface problems. Your game could crash. I'm not sure of all the problems it could cause, but just know it's highly recommended to wait for mod updates or play without enabling them again. Wait patiently, please. Don't berate or attack the sim gurus. Don't badger the mod creators. Most of them jump on making their mods compatible with the new version pretty quickly. You can follow their social media accounts, their Patreon, or you can see if you can join their Discord for updates. Sometimes their mods are fine and they just post an all clear, my mods are fine message, and you can then go ahead and jump back in. Okay, so say that you have done your CC shopping, you found things, you found mods, and you want to add them to your game and you don't know how. So there are likely going to be 3 different files that you possibly downloaded. There might be more. I've never come across more than more. I did not think this would have a blooper reel. I have not ever come across more than 3 different files. Things that you download that end in package can be put directly into your mods folder. That is the actual custom content or mod. Some mods come in package. A lot of them come in package and script. So anything ending in package can be put directly in your mods folder. Your mods folder can be found via documents, electronic arts, The Sims 4, mods. I highly recommend organizing your mods folder in some way. I will link a video by Twisted Mexi in the description of this video. He will so much better explain why you should organize your mods folder. Twisted Mexi is another amazing mod creator. So what I do is when I download something, it goes into my downloads folder. So this package file, I'm going to put it in my mods folder. What I'm going to do, I know that this is a pose package. Poses are my weakness. I have so many of them that I have separated them into different categories. Baby hugs, I know that that is one that involves kids. So I need poses. It's not love poses. It's poses, pregnancy, and family. This is just my folder. This is just how I do it. This is the name of the creator of this pose, and I want to put it in their family poses folder. There we go. That is ready to go in game. The other 2 types of files that you might download for mods end in RAR, or they are zip files. So what you want to do is for zip files, you want to right click click and then extract all. You can choose where you want it to go. I like to just let it go right back into my downloads folder. Then you want to click extract. Okay, my computer opens a new file. This has the package file. It also has a script mod. Mods that have both package and script, I highly recommend keeping them in the same folder. Keep them together. But script mods can only go one file deep in your mods folder, or else the game will not be able to find it and you will not be able to run that mod. So when you saw me put the pose package in a folder, in a folder, in a folder, you can't do that with script mods. So these, I'm going to close this. So those files were in this folder. This folder needs to go in your mods folder, and that is it. Just directly into your mods folder. So let's go back to the mods folder, and then I'm just going to drag this directly over into mods. Right there it is. Package files can go several folders deep. Script mods cannot. And if a mod has both a package and script file, I highly recommend keeping them in the same folder. Now, for RAR files, there's a few different things that you can get, but I use 7-zip. So what you can do, go to your favorite search engine, type in 7-zip. Right there it is, 7zip.org. Pick the one that best matches your computer. You download it. Down here, it tells you more about it, so it can unpack all these file types, including RAR. So then it's this. You don't have to open this in order to extract this so that you can get the package files or whatever is in there. You want to right click, 7-zip, open archive, and there it is. There will be whatever the creator put in that file. Sometimes there's package files, sometimes there's folders. See, so this gives a Blender file. It also gives more folders. And then what you would want to do is right click, copy to, and then put it where you need it. These are not for my mods folder. This is something else that I am actually using to make pose mods. When it is something from my mods folder, I will go and directly choose my mods folder. I can choose documents, electronic arts, mods, say it's a tattoo. I can click on tattoos. I can click on the exact folder that I want it to go in, and then I would click OK. I'm going to click cancel because that's not where I want it to go. You'd see the long folder trail here, and then you would click OK, and see, there it popped up. What I was doing when I first started downloading custom content and mods, I did not know that I had to extract things from RAR files. So I was putting RAR files directly in my mods folder and then wondering why they weren't showing up in my game. Sometimes in zip or RAR files, there's pictures included, PNG, JPG. You don't need to put them in your mods folder, but you can keep them if you want. Sometimes it's pictures of how to place the pose player. Sometimes it's pictures of the various pieces of CC that were included so you can find the specific item that you were looking for. And if you're interested in how I organize my mods folder, if you wanted a better look, here it is. So I don't have many custom content floors or walls. That's just not my thing. My thing is more clothing and hair and shoes and tattoos. So I have them organized by cast bottoms, cast hair, cast jewelry, cast makeup, and then I also have the actual mods. So what I do is, and I think I got this from the Twisted Mexi video that I'm going to link in the description about organizing your mods, is I make sure that I put script at the end. Not all of them, because I just know, like with MC Command Center, I just know that that has a lot in it. Ugh, an Elasticsection. Screw you. So as you can see, MC Command Center has a lot of script mods in it. It has some package files too, but it's mostly script files because it really changes how the game works. And I keep it all together in that one folder. As you can see, I have this Plasma Pack script for my vampire. So the package and script file are right there together. They're in the same folder. They are only one folder deep. As for custom content, let's look at shirts. So cast shirts. And then in here, I have them organized by custom content creator. If you are getting last exception reports from the game, I highly recommend Twisted Mexi's Better Exceptions mod. That is another reason for organizing your mods folder like that, is it helps the Better Exceptions mod easier find what is going on. So if you have a lot of files, if you have a lot of folders, it can take a very long time for the mod to find what's wrong. So taking out half of your CC via those folders so that it has less to go through will help it find it. So here's Better Exceptions. So if you download Better Exceptions, I'm going to do it quick just to show you, even though I already have it. Oh, okay, here's the changelog. I have not updated this in forever, but I don't actively have it in my game. I only put it in in when I need it. So this gives the changelog. This is another reason to bookmark where you got a mod so that you can easily access it for updates. So then you would download. I might as well just keep it since clearly I need to update it. So go to my downloads folder. There it is. Twisted Mexi's Better Exceptions. Extract all. This is just a script mod. So you can move this folder directly into your mods folder. One thing that you will likely find when you download custom content is there are certain things that suddenly Townie Sims will be wearing a lot of. It'll be a hair. It'll be a shirt that you just start seeing on all the Townie Sims. If you don't want that, if you want to avoid it, or if you have been dealing with that and you hate it and want it to change but you don't know how, what you can do is download Sims 4 Studio. They have a website. So Sims 4 Studio, you'll be here on Sims 4 Studio. It's a bunch of forums. So what you want to do is downloading and installing Sims 4 Studio. You come to this page, downloading Sims 4 Studio, and then you get this forum, which has the links to either the Windows version or the Mac version. I think you do have to register before you can download. Registering is free. Once you download Sims 4 Studio and you install it, they have batch fixes in Sims 4 Studio. Forewarning, if you have Wicked Whims, I'm not sure about Wonderful Whims. I can't imagine it'd be much different, but one of the batch fixes that I was running was changing the tuning package for Wicked Whims, and then I would get a fatal error in the game. So what I started doing is I started putting all of my new CC that I want to disable for random into a separate folder. This is all the new CC that I downloaded that needs to be disabled for random and disabled for shower. Those are the, I think, two things that I do. So you want to open Sims 4 Studio, then you want to go to content management, you want to go to batch fixes, you want to go to CAS, and then disallow CC for random. And here you can pick where it was getting its info from. S4S new mods is the folder that I want you to scan. It creates a backup folder. So then click run. It automatically takes you to the backup folder. I always just close it because this is what I am interested in seeing. It fixed 10 of the things in that folder. No fix needed, 8. So 8 things were already disabled for random by the CC creator. So I can close that, close that. Okay, and that is it. So what I'll do with the package files in this folder, now that I disabled them for random, is I will take them and I will put them in the various correct folders in my mods folder. Also, a quick note, when you download an updated version of a mod that you have, mod creators usually tell you to delete the old package and script files, don't just replace, so I just listen to them. If you're having problems with a mod, a lot of mod creators have Discord servers that you can join. As far as custom content, if you get in the game and your Sims have big red and white question marks all over them, you have some broken custom content. If their entire upper or lower body is missing, you have some broken custom content. If they look like giant demonic spider creatures with crazy Wolverine claws, you have some broken custom content. If you don't want a piece of CC in your game anymore, whether it's a clothing item or a piece of furniture, you can just remove it from the mods folder. If you just don't want it in right now, you can put it in another folder somewhere else in your computer. Or if you don't want it at all anymore, you can just delete the package file. It's also a good idea to clear your cache after removing mods or when replacing them with updated versions. This can also help if you're having a lot of gameplay glitches. If you want to follow written directions, you can find them at www.carls-sims-4-guide.com/help/cache.php. You can also just Google Carl's Sims 4 Guide Clearing Cache. So if you want to just follow the directions here, you can absolutely do that via this website. Otherwise, what you want to do is go to Documents, Electronic Arts The Sims 4. You can delete the local thumbs cache dot, oh, there's no S. Okay, local thumb cache dot package file here if you see it. So we are just going to delete that. Then you want to go in the cache folder and delete all the files that end in .cache. Any JPG or .dat files you find in the cache folder are okay to delete. There might not be anything in this folder. So I am going to just go through. I don't know if these are pictures as well, so I'm going to leave them. These are things that you looked at on the gallery. There we go. I don't know what those are. I'm not going to open them to find out. I'm just going to leave them. It's okay if there's nothing in this folder. Now you want to go back and go to the cache str folder and delete all the files here, including the Spotlight package file. There we go. Done. You can also delete the online thumbnail cache folder if you have it. Let's see if I do. I do. If you play offline, you might not see it. That's perfectly fine. So there we go. My cache is cleared. I hope this was helpful helpful to some of you, regardless of how long you've played the game. I am not an expert. I am just a simmer who has learned this stuff as she goes. I'm sure that there is so much that I didn't know and therefore didn't talk about, but I figure I'm a basic simmer, so what I know is probably good enough for new players. If you found my channel through this video and you've never seen any of my videos before, I am a YouTuber whose channel has a lot of cussing, including F-bombs and sometimes dirty jokes, so I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and I'm fine with that. I've spent my entire life trying to fit inside someone else's box. I forbid to do it anymore. But if those types of videos are your cup of tea, feel free to check out more of my stuff. I'd love to have you around as long as you're kind to me and others. I don't do speed builds. I build in real time and edit down to highlights. It's just the style I prefer for my channel. And be sure to check out Twisted Mexie's video in the description. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. See you all again next time. Bye bye.